Oh, sorry, that was loud. We'll call to order the Bedford Township Board of Zoning Appeals regular meeting for August 2nd, 2021. If we would, we'll start with the introduction of the members. We'll start with the staff first and we'll work our way down.
Jody Rector, Planning and Zoning.
Phil Goldsmith, Township Attorney.
Dennis Kohler, Building Inspector.
Katrina Ingram, Planning and Zoning.
Joe Gore, Township Trustee.
Jake Lake, Chair BZA.
Jeff Wilson, member of the BZA.
Matthew Anger, Planning Commission Representative.
All right. And now if you all rise, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Ms. Rector, if you'd please call the roll.
Mr. Anger,
Here.
Mr. Wilson,
Here.
Mr. Lake,
Here.
Mr. Gore,
Here.
and Mr. Dersch is excused. All present.
Thank you. We'll move on to approval of the agenda. Would anyone like to make a motion that we approve tonight's agenda?
I make a motion that we approve tonight's agenda.
I'll support.
All in favor?
Aye.
No nays. Move on to the approval of the minutes for our June 7th, 2021 meeting. Does anyone like to make a motion that we approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the June 7th, 2021 meeting.
I'd second that.
All support?
Aye.
Aye.
None opposed? We'll move on to new business. Before I do move on to that, Mr. Cologne, just want to make you aware that we are one member short, but we still need a majority to go through. Are you okay with proceeding? Okay. So I will ask if anyone, first I'll say we do have a public hearing here. So for the appeal of Victor and Suzanne Bates Cologne at 9150 Secor Road, looking for a plus or minus 3-foot height variance to construct an accessory building. If anyone would like to make a motion, we open the public hearing.
I make a motion we open the public hearing.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
None opposed, so the public hearing is open. Ms. Rector, if you'd please give us a little bit of a summary.
Yes. Again, the applicants are Victor Cologne and Suzette Bates Cologne, 9150 Secor Road in Temperance. Parcel number 5802-017-03810 on 5 acres, Ag 2 secondary agriculturally zoned. Variance request is a plus or minus 3-foot height variance. The applicant is seeking to construct a 44 by 48, 2,112 square foot, 23 feet in height accessory building. The applicant stated in a submitted letter, the requested increase in height is for the construction of an outbuilding to serve as an indoor basketball court for their 2 sons. Per section 419.03 accessory buildings, a parcel having more than 5 acres is permitted on an unlimited amount of square footage and 20 feet in height. The applicant stated in the submitted letter, the restriction by ordinance of 20 feet in height creates a hardship as the recommended height for an indoor basketball court is to have 20-foot clearance for arc of the ball while shooting. Thus the request for the 3-foot height variance to construct an indoor basketball court. At this time, there have been no letters or calls of objection to the request. However, the applicant has provided 2 letters of no objection, and we did include those of the surrounding parcels. And then should the request be granted, the variance is required is a 3-foot height variance.
Thank you, Ms. Rector. Mr. Cologne, is there anything else you'd like to add, or did Jody cover it for you? If you would, please come to the podium. Yep, thank you.
So the only other thing I would add, if you'd like to see, I do have a picture of the building, so you guys just get an idea of what it actually looks like. Thank you.
We did get some pictures and some drawings. That if they're in addition to what we have, we'll permit that, and we'll pass them around the group here. That'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's really it. If you guys can, take a look at it. Yeah, part of the actual width of the building also includes an overhang. So the indoor portion of it is, I believe, roughly 38 by 46, 48 something. So the overhang portion of that will serve as an area for me to store lawnmowers, a golf cart, and a 4-wheeler. And then the indoor portion of it, like I said, is really for the basketball. And then once the kids go to school, it's there for restoring cars, camper, that kind of thing.
Okay. I'll look to the group. Is there any questions, Mr. Cologne? If not, I'll start with one question. The main reason is you want to put a basketball court inside, and the appropriate height through your research required to go about a little above what's allowed. Can you elaborate on that just a little bit for us?
Yeah, and basically it's about, shooting the arc of the ball itself, the trusses themselves, unless you get specially engineered trusses to then, curve and things like that, which then add quite a bit more money. We've looked at clear span buildings and things like that, but again, it comes back down to what we're able to afford. So yes, what we're asking for that variance is so that we're able to actually shoot a basketball without it, hitting the trusses, ideally. So, the hoop itself is obviously the height of the rim itself is 10 feet, but then you've got a backboard, as well. So yeah, we just need the clearance so that really, ideally, what we have is a half of court, inside. And so we're going to use it, as a half a court, the width-wise, so that we're able to use a full 3-point arc. So part of the other reason really why we're doing this, as well, is obviously with COVID and things like that, everything was closed down. There was not one place to practice, not a church, not a school, not anything that's really available, unless you resort to other means. There are people that would lend out barns maybe and things like that, but that's few and far between, and obviously then there's other issues aside from, people letting you in, to do things when there's a pandemic, so to speak. So again, we just want a safe place for our kids to play and practice. Should anything happen again, I have this sneaking suspicion that perhaps there's going to be a lockdown again. Should that happen, I need a place to get the heck out of the house. My kids need a place to get the heck out of the house. But really, more importantly, I would just like to have a place for my kids to play year-round, regardless of the circumstance. If we're to get locked down again, that's fine. We've got a basketball court, and we've got our stuff, at home, so my kids can continue year-round. And then regardless, even if it's not locked down, I don't have to deal with having to go to the YMCA or anything like that. We've got what we need right there.
All right. Any questions from the group? I'll see if there's any public comment. Seeing there's nobody, I'll skip the public comment, and I'll look to see if there's a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, so public hearing is closed. Sloan, you're welcome to sit down or stand. We might have more questions for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any discussion? Or is anyone prepared to make a motion if they have one prepared?
I'll make a motion. I make a motion that we grant the request for a plus or minus 3-foot height variance to construct a 44 by 48 accessory building per section 400.1903 accessory buildings in Ag 2 on parcel number 5802-017-03810, otherwise known as 9150 Secor Road. And based on the hardship that this is the bare minimum, I think, for a height for a basketball court, and they're asking just to get to that minimum spot. And there is no objections from the neighbors, which are going to be immediately for it, and the lot is very large and it's not near the road, so it won't negatively impact any nearby persons.
We have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
Ms. Rector, if you wouldn't mind.
Mr. Anger?
Yes.
Mr. Gore?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Lake?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Good luck, Ms. Sloan.
Easy.
All right. We'll move on to the next item of business, and that's public comment.
Have you pulled your building permit yet?
We have, which is what,
Okay, all right. Okay. Just wanted to make sure your timing is correct.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, we didn't necessarily expect it when we kind of had to pull the trigger from the time that we started to refinance the home. Prices had gone up $6,000. So we pulled the trigger pretty quick and then we were kind of working back.
We have you come to the mic.
Oh, gosh,
just
I'm
so-
sorry.
All right.
Yeah, no, again, so,
No,
we kind of pulled the
understand.
trigger a little quick.
Yeah,
That's all.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you keep within the time parameters of the motion that the board made tonight. So if you've already pulled your permit, you're fine.
Yep, okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep,
I appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Seeing that we don't have a public, so we'll skip the public comment section, and we'll move right to board and staff comments.
I just want to remind everybody we will have a meeting in September It is the second Tuesday because of the holiday, and I believe it to be the 14th, but I will send an email reminder because of the holiday. It will be later, but we do have an item already scheduled for that meeting.
Okay.
I have nothing else.
Nothing to report.
I have nothing either.
I have nothing.
I have nothing.
Good here.
Nothing here.
Nothing to add?
All right, we'll adjourn then.
Hey, Jake, I was going to ask you something. Somebody